gas refinery and fuel tanks in Haifa. Israeli media is also reporting that one of the missiles launched from Iran has been intercepted, while another fell into the sea of Tel Aviv. Ambassador Gupta, coming to you, sir. So, in fact, strong words were exchanged by Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump as well. There is a new supreme leader in Iran at this point in time, to which Trump very categorically and dismissively said that no, he's not going to do. We're going to put one of our own men. We're going to put somebody that we like. Is it that easy, sir?
Well, good evening. I think that is the most difficult part of the entire operation. Now, US has claimed that they have complete supremacy over the airspace. They have sunk, according to them, about 40 ships of Iranian navy. So the navy, according to them, is almost crippled. The air force is crippled completely, and they are trying to track the what we call the missile launchers, because Iran is still able to mount attack through their missiles in different parts of the Gulf. Today they attacked UAE, they attacked Bahrain, they attacked Kuwait, of course Israel, and also Iraq. So they are able to penetrate. In fact, a large number of US bases have been attacked by Iran in the last few days. In some of the bases, the telecommunication system and radar systems have been targeted, and that has naturally hurt a lot to the US in tracking down the entire area and what is happening there. So these are the developments. Now, I believe that US will not be able to install a leader of its own choice, because it is not that easy. He should not have even attempted that when he told that Mustafa Khomeini is not acceptable. In fact, it became a challenging situation for Iran, and they chose him very much because of that reason. Otherwise, perhaps they could have chosen somebody else. So that was a challenge, and they want to put a challenge to US to tell them very clearly that the Iran is not, a power which can be ignored, and it can inflict losses on you, though they are not going to compete with US. That is absolutely true, but they can inflict heavy losses on them and also on the Gulf neighbors. Now, as General Kocher was mentioning, you see, actually, India is sending special aircrafts with food items to the Gulf countries, UAE specifically. I saw some of the shelves in the stores are completely empty, and they are very keen that the shortage should not be there. So that is one region. The other region is the energy crisis. Today, after Trump's talk with Putin and his announcement that the war will end soon, which implies that maybe in the coming few days, the US will back down from its objective of regime change and will settle down on whatever objective they have achieved so far. That price of oil has come down to 86, 87 US dollar from 110, yesterday. So that has been a very welcome development. And I believe in the Strait of Hormuz, there have not been any untoward incidents so far, while Trump had actually threatened that they will bombard the entire area if the navigation is not allowed freely. I believe some navigation is going on. The insurance cost is very, very high, and therefore a large number of companies are not able to ply their ships in that area. But some navigation is going on. I spoke to one of the chief of the merchant shipping. They told me that about 20-30% of ships are still passing through the area, despite very, very high cost of insurance. The another important development which I saw was that closure of the road, route from Azerbaijan to Iran. I believe on an average 4 to 5,000 trucks used to come from that route, bringing a lot of supplies and industrial input for Iran from that side. Now that has completely stopped because Azerbaijan, after attack by Iran, has closed the border for last 2 days, and that will again cripple Iran. So Iran is also facing a severe, problem. They will have shortages of food stuff, shortages of industrial items, shortages of oil also because the oil, depots were burned down yesterday, and in some areas they even have shortages of water. So these things are going to create a lot of challenges for Iran. But Iran doesn't want to show them to the world. They are still determined. I heard the foreign minister of Iran is saying that, there's no ground for talks right now because we have been betrayed. In Geneva, we were reaching an agreement and then we were suddenly betrayed, and therefore, right now, there's no ground for talks. So we don't know how far it will work, but I have a feeling that Putin will speak to them and some sort of grounds will be prepared. But US will have to back down from regime change. They will have to be satisfied with whatever the local authorities go for as their next supreme leader. But the rumors about the next supreme leader is that he is also gravely hurt in one of the attacks. It was on the first day or it was subsequent. We don't know. He has not appeared publicly anywhere, of course, publicly, but not even a recorded message has come from him from anywhere so far. So there are doubts whether he is in a capacity to exercise his power or not, or whether the IRGC is alone taking the decisions and bombarding these, neighboring countries despite the assurance given by the president of Iran. So things are not very optimistic as of today. I have a feeling that the low intensity war will continue for the next few days. In fact, the US has threatened to intensify the attacks, but I don't know where. What will they attack is a questionable thing. Unless they are able to find the stockpiles of the missiles and drones, they have no other place to attack. The attack on the oil installation will not be welcomed in Iran, and people will become anti-US in that sense. I think that they should not do. But let us see. Let's hope for the best that things will move in the right direction. But
Right, sir.
yes, Iran is also suffering a lot, and US is not able to achieve the principal objective of changing the regime. So they will have to satisfied with what we call suboptimal outcome of the war.
All right. Well said, sir. Some breaking news coming in now. Iranian government spokesperson has stated that the US Israeli war on Iran has killed 193